红豆料理是许多人喜欢吃的甜食，但是这甜蜜的滋味里隐含着农民的辛苦与环境的危机。剧毒农药巴拉益成为合法的落叶剂，这将带来什么样的问题？红鸠、麻雀惨死，就连黑鸢也难逃一劫。上千只鸟类沉尸农田，为什么生产作物的田地竟成为鸟类的死亡陷阱？纽西兰人透过不同形式的环境信托，守护自然的环境，保住珍贵的特有物种。是什么样的动机让他们愿意为自己的家乡努力，形成一股保育的力量？
提阿瑙位在纽西兰南岛西南部，是来到峡湾国家公园必定停留的小镇。从这里出发，可以前往3条国际间最热门的健行步道。每年11月到隔年4月是旅游旺季，即使游客如织，多年来始终维持着清新的小镇风貌。这里的居民有2000多位，7成依赖旅游业为生。保育意识强烈，他们明白旅游荣景的关键就在维持本色。
It's just great to see it as nature provides it. You don't have to do anything man-made to it. To me, that's the attraction of Fiordland. So there is only one road into Fiordland National Park, and that's the Milford Road. So it's, I mean, it's nice that there is one road though, so people can drive in and experience the scenery. But you don't want to see a network of roads out there. You know, it's nice to have it once. People can do it, and if they want to go and see another area, well, maybe they've got to put their walking shoes on.
这里地景受到高规格的保护，但是原始生态却是伤痕累累。因为数百年前伴随移民而来的外来生物正严重影响当地的原生物种，鸟类首当其冲。这里的保育工作最迫切的就是移除外来掠食者，像是蝇鼬、老鼠等等。这些动物会吃掉鸟蛋，冲击原生鸟类的繁殖。当地人透过致死性的陷阱来做移除。身为向导的 Steve， 同时也是一位保育志工。
We're just going to go and check a couple of stoat traps over here. These are some of the ones we do on behalf of for the Department of Conservation, and we just do it voluntarily for the Cledell catchment area. And in fact, these ones are actually managed by the Fiordland Conservation Trust. So we actually do that for not only DOC but also the Conservation Trust.
这条小径临近米佛峡湾。米佛峡湾是这一带的必游景点，游客搭船至少要花上2小时。担任向导的 Steve 会利用送客人上船后的空档巡视陷阱。
So in this area here, there's 42 traps, and the first one's literally right here. As you can see, there's nothing caught. Just the 2 traps and the bait in the middle. But yeah, no, nothing caught. Here's our second trap. No kills in that one either, which is a good sign because hopefully it means there's not too many stoats in the area. So it's always nice to get a stoat or a rat, but in some ways, nothing. If you capture nothing, that's probably the best result because hopefully it means there's not many around.
在提阿瑙，许多人和 Steve 一样，利用时间参与生态保育。6年前搬到提阿瑙定居的向导 Andrew 也是其中之一。
It's a little bird about the size of a sparrow, and we'll see them further down. We see them a lot. They're very, very happy-sounding bird.
Yeah,
Fiordland especially, but New Zealand in general, has a big community focus on conservation. But Fiordland definitely has a big community focus, and there aren't many people in the community who aren't aware of the requirement for conservation and what goes on in the area. And there's an awful lot of people involved, right from the kindergarten kids, with the Kids Restore the Kepler, through high school kids, and just other volunteers like the helicopter companies give their time freely for conservation matters and things. There's a huge, really is a huge conservation focus in the area.
这条以地景与生态享誉国际的 Kepler 步道，还有当地学童守护着。带着花生酱和特制的黑色隧道，2位提亚脑的小学生也来设陷阱。
Quite a lot of peanut butter in. They like peanut butter, so. Rats are nice because they are quite small and would run along the small, but stoats, they would run along bigger logs. The tracking tunnel, usually you put them in the bush, and you put them sometimes, usually you have to think, where would you like to go if you were a rat or a mice or some stoats? And they'll step on the ink pads and they'll eat it up, which they'll find quite yum. And then if they've put lots of ink down when they've eaten, they'll stand down again to run out, and they'll run out.
这种陷阱专门收集动物脚印，监测在这片森林中的动物，作为移除计划的参考依据。
Stoat traps, they're a lot bigger than rats and mice.
他们执行的是孩童富裕 Kepler 计划，目的在保护 Kepler 山脉原生鸟类。一度被认为已经灭绝的塔卡黑，在这一带有少量族群，是最主要的保护目标。这是保育部与2个环境信托组织的合作案，当地的菲奥兰德环境信托是其中之一。比较特别的是，这个计划在环境富裕之外，带有强烈的教育意涵，希望下一代透过行动参与，成为未来的守护力量。
So what we've done is, by initiating this, we've got kids from kindergarten age right through to college age involved. We've all got different strengths, but it's getting them involved in the way they want to be involved. And those kids are now absolutely phenomenal coming through the system.
拼凑着生物多样性，试图保住珍贵的特有物种。从大人到小孩，菲奥兰德信托让愿意参与的居民发挥所长。
We do actually a bit of work for them, a bit of volunteer work.
Jonathan 的专长就是驾驶直升机，他经常拨空协助运送物资。其实，菲奥兰德环境信托就是一位直升机驾驶员无意间促成的。经常从空中看家乡 ，Kim 想要将这份美丽与人们分享。一个鸟看家园的纪录片计划逐渐在他心中成型。为了让自己筹拍的影片有固定的播放空间，他也在影片拍摄的同时着手兴建戏院。
I've lived my whole adult life in Te Anau. It's a very special place. Fiordland is very unique to New Zealand, the world, but it's people see parts of Fiordland, but small pieces of Fiordland. But I wanted to show the rest of the world, all of Fiordland.
努力了2年多，梦想终于成真。随着影片上映，好事接连发生。
That was quite a big thing for me. I never thought of the end product. It was something I wanted to create a film and have it shown on the screen. It was never about making money. We started raising funds for conservation through the movie, and that's gone very well as well. And then that's how the Conservation Trust came into effect. We raised money from the sales of the film, put into a fund, but there was no real government organisation that could receive funds. So we had to build a trust. We're very, very lucky to have these projects put in place that we can carry on and have a future with conservation.
菲奥兰的环境信托透过教育与保育计划来保护土地。纽西兰最大的环境信托组织皇后信托，则是透过建立盟约与地主合作，在私有地上推动环境保护。
When it was established in 1977, it was basically a group of farmers who wanted an opportunity to protect parts of their land. At that time, the New Zealand government was giving subsidies for land development, and these farmers thought that there might be too much development and the lovely bits of forest and wetlands might be lost, so they wanted a tool to protect. So they went to the government and asked them to establish the QE2 National Trust.
盟约是皇后信托组织的主要保护工具。地主与皇后信托透过签订具有法律效力的合约，预防任何开发可能造成的破坏。
But more importantly, it establishes a partnership between us as a trust and the landowner, and we help that landowner provide advice to them on how effectively that land should be managed. And that partnership transfers when that landowner sells that land to someone else. We remain the same. We're the permanent trustee, but the other landowner, we establish a partnership with them when they purchase the land.
成立至今，皇后信托已经建立超过4000笔的信托案，协助保护12万5千公顷的私有地。他们有24位区域代表，负责与地主面对面接触。
Yes, we just take the gate now. Yes. Thanks.
在皇后镇的区域代表 Graham 正要去拜访一个去年刚建立的信托案。
It's interesting. This covenant is so different. It's quite unique. How magnificent they are, because they look like someone's had a handful of marbles and just sort of dropped them. And I just think it's just marvellous how these landowners are just wanting to protect that.
在了 Incredible 山脉边缘，随处错落的大石是当地攀岩爱好者的抱石场。一直以来，地主都免费让他们进来练习。
There was no charge and there never will be.
But we wanted something just to keep for the public and forever.
Special area, the Boulders, very, very special place. And we wanted to keep it special. We live in a tourist area where many developments happen, and we never wanted this to happen here. So it's protected, and we like QE2. We know they will, we trust them.
And they still own it. It can be bought and sold, and if it is sold, the covenant still stays on the property. So it is protected regardless of who owns the property.
皇后信托提供法律与生态咨询与部分土地管理所需要的资金，在他们的盟约中有很高的比例是协助被开发的土地重返自然。
One of the things we find even with our farmers, most farmers aren't expert on what they've got in their forests, and it's by people coming alongside them, telling them about the special characteristics of what they've got, and helps to enthuse them into protecting it. It gives the confidence of others to invest in that land. So once a covenant is established, it's much easier for us to get additional funding support from other parties to help the landowner.
在提阿瑙湖畔，私人企业 Landcorp Farming 近10年来与皇后信托合作，他们位在提阿瑙附近的农地已经有了初步成果。
Up the Milford Road, that's to the Milford Sound, which is sort of the famous tourist spot in New Zealand, or one of them. I'll open this up, you're right. So covenants both sides of it, $20 a metre for the fence.
鹿群漫步，在这片连绵起伏的山丘，只要不干扰，原生植物就会慢慢重现。
So this is just natural vegetation. We've just put a fence around it, and that's been in a covenant about 4 or 5 years. The key role I would do with the manager is agree on the fence lines where they are going to go, like on here, up on the terrace top here, for example, because if you put it halfway down, the fence falls over. Just practical, common sense places to put it where it's going to last, hopefully 50 years.
皇后信托与地主负担各半的围篱成本，未来维护费用就要地主自行负责。富裕的方法造价高昂，原理却很简单，就是把主导权交还给大自然。
This area has been had sheep out and cattle out of it for 5 years. And the cattle and everything used to roam through here, and it was all pugged. You can see old pug marks there. Wow. This is like where a cow used to put its foot, and that's all recovered now. They're all growing up now. All the native stuff's coming back. Its value is water retention, yeah. And you can harvest it like that, and you can go, and that's all clean water. These sort of places are life work for me. At least I know in here that I've done something for me, and hopefully for our little part of the world here.
渐渐的，水开始在低地汇聚，湿地植物出现了，生活期间的野生动物也回来了。过程漫长，却值得期待。
The priority really here was protection of the wetland ecosystem, and the water within that, and the native fishery consists of that, and it's about protecting the small stream habitats.
这片农地紧邻着峡湾国家公园，随着自然系统的恢复，将成为重要的生态跳岛。
So the Department of Conservation, their primary responsibility is the 30% of New Zealand that's public land. So the land that we protect is extremely complementary to the land that the Department of Conservation protects, and we will endeavour to secure land on private land close to conservation land where possible, because that helps with the connectiveness of all the special parts of the country. So yeah, we work very closely with them, great relationship. The Department of Conservation is also about partnership, and we partner with them a lot as well.
纽西兰人努力捍卫自然价值，一步一步恢复原始的野性美。这份人对土地的依恋，正透过不同形式的环境信托，在这个独特的国度蔓延。